My name is James Ailor. I'm originally from Knoxville, Tennessee. Uh, so far, this is going on my 9th month in the mission. This is my 3rd time through. Went through Crossville, and now I'm here by the grace of God. I've been able to do this 3 times. My testimony starts out with a normal childhood. I played sports a lot, but that also led me into wrestling, which God gave me a tremendous gift in it. But I also played football at the same time, which then, senior year going in, I tore my cartilage completely out of my knee and received a knee surgery. But at that point in time, the medication did not affect me. It was just later on in life, I ended up having a total of 5 knee surgeries later on in life from the age of 18 to 25. And with that came more prescription medication, which I thought was absolutely okay to take because the doctor was prescribing to me, which in the long run was not. So I ended up going back and forth to jail multiple times. Ended up marrying the girlfriend I had in high school. We were briefly married for a year due to the choices that I made and the mistakes that I made, and kept on keeping everything a secret. We ended up having 2 kids together. One of them is now 14. The other one will be 4 this coming March. Went back and forth from jail to prison due to the fact of the choices that I made. I kept on compromising every single thing in my life, from jobs to my kids to my marriage, all due to the choices that I made. Back in, I think it was 2021, I accumulated some charges that had to sit me down for a while, and ended up looking about like 30 years in prison. And so at that point in time, the only thing I knew to do was to cry out to God, not knowing that I was actually crying out to Him, but He heard it anyways. And He saved me from that. And at that point in time, I went to the Crossville mission. Alright, so I was there for about 4 to 5 months. And ended up leaving early, thinking I knew better than everybody there, which I did not. Wasn't long after that, it was less than a year that I was back at the same spot that God intended me to be at, but I was so stubborn and full of pride that I couldn't realize it, and that once again walked me out of the mission 4 to 5 months in. And at that point in time, I got extremely prideful and was like, I've been here collectively over a year, I know better. But once you start doing that and you put yourself in a position where you think you know more than God, you will fall, which I did. It might have took a little bit longer this time, or that time, excuse me, but I eventually did because I had my plan and my morals twisted to think I could do it all by myself without Him leading the way. So that led me down a path where no person should go. And I ended up going back to jail at that point in time for a very brief stay, which I thought was enough to sober me up and get me right. But it was not. I went around the exact same people, the exact same thing over and over again. It's literally the definition of insanity is what I did. And so that ended up, it ended up being a blessing in disguise, because I found out how actually powerful God really is. Because at my lowest point, I looked up to Him and I was like, just take my life and end it. There's absolutely no purpose for me being here, because I signed my kids over a month before this happened, and I was like, there's absolutely no point in me being here left on this earth, so just take me. And I tell you what, He surely did answer that question for about 20 minutes. I was clinically dead for about 20 minutes of what I was told, because I do not remember it. All I remember was black, dark, and void, without any love whatsoever of God or anybody around. And the person who was around me said it was like my body had something shoved back into it. And so, coming from the person that was, he was not a Christian at that time, but I knew. It was literally God shoving me back into my body, giving me one more chance to finally get it right. If not, this is going to be the outcome if you keep on going down the same path you were going. So, still didn't really learn that much at that point in time, but it took me about 2 months to realize after every single door shut in your life, God gives you one door to go back down, and He'll send you around the exact same mountain, literally over and over again until you finally understand what He's trying to do for you. And so I called different places. My mom was like, I don't think so, you're going back to the mission. And I was just like, okay. But it was absolutely the best decision I made to go back here. It was actually a different place. It was actually Marktree. And so I was like, alright, if that's what you want, I'll do it. Once you finally submit to God and His will that He has for you, things literally start working out for the best. And so I've been here approximately going on 9 months now. I graduated March 24th. And so, God's actually funny in the way He handles things, because the second time I left was the same day Crossville had their graduation. So when I came back to Crossville, already graduate of the exact same time I left. And so God is very, very funny, but He's also very gracious in what He does. He gives you stuff that you don't even ask for, and you don't even know it. Because it shows the glory of God, that He can send you back to somewhere you left on a bad note, and they can see how much God has changed you. And so, the only thing I can tell anybody out there that's trying to get in is it's going to be the most difficult, easiest thing you can ever do in your life. And He will bless you no matter what. If you just keep on walking in the will He has for you, you will be amazed at what He can do if you just finally surrender to Him.